you've been looking into moving into Star, Idaho, you're going to want to watch this video because we're going to be diving into exactly that, and we're going to be dropping a lot of gems you may have not known throughout this video. So make sure you guys stick around. Hey guys, I'm Naseem Eissa. I am your host, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about Star, Idaho, which is one of those cities that have been kind of like on the lower key side of things. Not a lot of people know about it, or if you do know about it, you just kind of don't know much about it. So today we're going to be diving into a little bit about what's causing people to look more into Star, Idaho, why people are moving into it, is it a good place to live, and so much more. So make sure you guys stay tuned through this video, and if you haven't already, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe for more videos just like this, and turn on notifications so you can get notified when we do upload any videos. So without further ado, let's talk about where Star, Idaho is compared to somewhere more familiar for a lot of people, which is Boise, Idaho, right? So Star, Idaho is about a 30-minute drive from Boise. It is located in between Eagle and Middleton. So it's just in between those two cities, just north of Meridian. So those are some of the popular cities that surround Star, Idaho. So Star, Idaho is technically in the Treasure Valley nickname. It is one of those cities. And if you're not familiar why people call Idaho, or this sector of Idaho, the Treasure Valley, is because it had so much resources back in the day and just this natural beauty. It was just a bunch of treasure. So the Treasure Valley was literally named for being such a treacherous area, and its natural views, its resources, and all the beautiful things it has to offer is why it's called the Treasure Valley. And Star, Idaho definitely lives up to being exactly that. It is filled with a lot of natural beauty. The homes here are absolutely gorgeous. The scenery from here is beautiful. Everything that Star is growing into is becoming very, very desirable, and a lot of people are also relocating to Star, Idaho versus some of the more popular cities such as Boise and Meridian, Nampa, and those areas. So the population in Star, Idaho right now is just a little over 18,000. According to the 2023 records, they're saying that Star, Idaho has been growing at a 10.8% average year over year. So it's growing pretty fast. Not the fastest growing city in the world, but it's definitely growing fast, just like many other cities in the state of Idaho. Now, I do want to just point something out. If you look behind me, there's so much beautiful greenery. The houses are gorgeous. You can see some hills, not so much mountain views from here, but overall there's a lot of hills and mountains and just a lot of nice, beautiful areas, and just areas that you can observe in Star, Idaho. And if you're a person that loves outdoor recreation and things of that nature, Star, Idaho may be perfect for you because it's so close in proximity to all types of outdoor recreational activities, which is also why it's starting to become more and more popular as far as why people are moving here specifically. Not only is it very beautiful, it is also very, very affordable. A lot of people love that Star is kind of just this perfect, like, happy middle where it's a small town, it's rural, and it's still not terrible as far as cost of living, right? So as you know, Boise's a little inflated. It costs a little more money to live in Boise because it's more of a city atmosphere, and Meridian is right there, you know, chasing Boise. So as far as those two cities, it's a little expensive over there, but when you come and compare prices in Star, Idaho, you can get a lot more bang for your buck. You're kind of out of the way, you're closer to nature, you're kind of more secluded, you're not as popular, there's not as much traffic. So like commute time in Idaho, if you don't know this, Idaho is actually one of the lower commute times across the nation. So we're looking at about a 27-minute commute time in the state of Idaho, which Star is actually even lower than that. Your commute time is going to be significantly lower just because you don't have to drive as far, because there are a lot of amenities. Now, there's not going to be as much as, you know, a big city like Boise or Meridian, but overall, you're still going to have your Costco, you're going to have your grocery stores and gas stations and your medical centers. Now, there's not a huge medical center portfolio here in the city of Star, but that does not say that there aren't any surrounding areas that do have a lot of the coverage that you may need. So that is going to be one factor to throw in there. But as far as pros and cons of Star, Idaho, man, pros I'm going to throw on there that it's affordable, as we just stated. Commute time is also low. There's a very low crime rate. There's not a lot of crime that happens in the city of Star. It's just quiet, very peaceful, and just not a lot going on. Now, I will say they do throw some pretty amazing events, which I do want to add as another pro. So some of those events are going to be the Star Spangled Celebration, for one, which actually kicks off for New Year's Eve, where they're going to be doing fireworks. They're going to be doing a midnight toast for New Year's. There's going to be all types of things and just fun-filled activities as far as what they do on New Year's Eve with the Star Spangled celebration. And then before the Star Spangled celebration, you know, around the Christmas time frame, they do a Star Light Show, which is basically a parade where a bunch of people are going to be driving by and have all the lights flashing. You're going to see all the Christmas lights, all the stars, and it's just a beautiful event as far as what they do for the parade and for the town. So even though it's not this big, beautiful city, it is a smaller town and it has that small town charm, centrally located to a lot of amenities and just close proximity to all the cities that a lot of people want to live or may not want to live in due to population, but just close enough to where you can still travel there and back with the ability to enjoy shopping centers, movies, going out for the nightclub or whatever it may be, bars and vineyards. There's so much that Star offers, and thankfully for its proximity, you can enjoy everything that it has to offer. That is also going to be on the pros list. I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Idaho. Here's my phone number. As much as I love making these videos for you guys, I would love to help you guys with your home buying needs. So please don't hesitate to call, text, or email me. Now, another pro is, and this is kind of a pro and a con, so we're gonna call it a 50-50 split. It's a double-edged sword. But the weather, right? Weather in Star is 4-season weather. You're gonna get the snow, you're gonna get the humid heat, you're gonna get the hot blazing sun, you're gonna get the beautiful spring, and you're gonna get fall, right? So you're gonna experience all 4 seasons. Right now, we're kind of in this awkward winter to spring where it keeps going back and forth between winter and spring. And I just want you guys to know, Idaho weather is more bipolar than probably some of the most toxic people you've ever met. And I say that with all jokes aside. But with that being said, you just can't predict the weather that Idaho is going to give you in general. It doesn't matter what part of Idaho you are in, the weather is never consistent. One day it's warm and one day it's snowing, and sometimes it'll be sunny and snow at the same time. And it's just, you ever seen those videos where they're doing all these different math equations and you got all these numbers popping up? That's what it's like trying to predict what the weather is going to be like in one day in Idaho. And it's not like that all the time. It's just sometimes we just get this weird weather. It's like someone flipped the switch and all of a sudden we got snow, and then they flipped it back and now we got sun. And to say the least, it is fun. Without continuing our rant about the weather in Idaho, we're gonna go back to what we were talking about, which is another pro that Star Idaho has to offer, which is gonna be the business opportunities. As it is growing, it's gonna have a higher need for opportunities as far as small town businesses or small businesses or just medical facilities or just opportunities to grow with the town as well as it's continuing to grow itself. There's just a lot of opportunity out there for the entrepreneur, for the businessman or women, whoever it may be. This may be a great spot to kickstart your business. And if you've already established yourself in one area and you're thinking about relocating and starting a business somewhere else, Star could be the perfect place for you to launch your business in a secondary or other location. Now, I know I talked a little bit about this, but I want to dive a little deeper into this. As far as recreation, outdoor recreation, Star has a lot of beautiful things that it offers as far as outdoor rec, right? So there's gonna be vineyards, which I discussed. There's gonna be beautiful golf courses. One of the most popular golf courses in Star is going to be the Riverburt Golf Course, which is absolutely stunning. If you're a big golf person or you just want to go get a beer with the boys and drive around in golf carts and maybe flip it. But if you're just here to have a good time and go take a golf, or if you're very competitive with golfing, you have the perfect golf course to do all that, which is also one of the fun activities that you can participate to add to hiking, biking, trail riding. You're very close to the Boise River, you're close to 2 rivers in Boise, you're close to other golf courses, you're close to Eagle State Island Park, you're close to so much that, like I said, it just all comes back to the location of Star being such a huge plus for people that are wanting to relocate and be far away, but still close enough to everything. Now, another huge pro for a lot of people is the water frontage neighborhoods. You're gonna have water literally all over Star, to where if you prefer to be living right next to water or on water, or you like to go fish or whatever it is in your backyard, then you do have capabilities with some homes, not all, but to be able to do that. And I know a lot of people really love that and admire that about Star. So it's definitely one of those things that some people may be looking for, and you can't find it in other cities, but you can definitely find it in Star, Idaho, depending on what's on the market. I do want to throw on there just the probability that you have to find it with the right market. Now, overall, some of the cons of living in Star, Idaho is that it's just so beautiful. It's hard to find any cons. So hard. I'm just joking. But in all reality, some of the cons is going to be that maybe for some people it is growing a little too fast for comfort. Maybe they want to get even further from the growth and they decide to look somewhere surrounding. So if you're not a big fan of cities or towns that are continuously growing, Star, Idaho may not be for you. And then I know I talked a little bit about this next con, But we did talk about the cold weather being a little rough, or a little scary for some people, and that could be another potential downside for people, is that extreme cold weather, extreme heat, whatever it may be. So that's going to be another con that we add. Now another con is going to be that they are building a lot of homes, and the reason why is because there's such a low inventory of homes, which is also a con, because a lot of people that want to relocate to Star or some of these areas in Idaho in general, the marketing, the inventory is so low everywhere that it does play a factor in that aspect as well. So that is also going to be another con. But outside of that, guys, there's not a lot of cons that I can speak about, because Star is honestly pretty amazing. It definitely ranks in my personal top 5 cities in the state of Idaho. And I just want to make sure that you guys also see the value that Star has to offer, because even though I'm not going into the deep depths of what it has to offer, if you guys have questions about further, or something that you would like me to further elaborate about, just drop it in the comments. I'm more than happy to respond to you guys and get that answer for you. And if it does come down to that, like I said earlier in the video, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Idaho. Here's my phone number once again for you guys. Like I said, as much as I love making these videos for you guys, I would love to help you guys with your home buying needs. So please don't hesitate to call, text, or email me. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos just like this. And with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in on another amazing video. I can't wait to make some more, and see you guys on the next one.